Hi, I'm Renee, a psychologist, and welcome back to Thrive Psychology. If you've ever felt like no matter how old you get, you still end up feeling like a child around your parents, then this episode is for you. Today, we're talking about emotionally immature parents, and we are drawing on Dr. Lindsay Gibson's powerful work. We'll explore what emotional immaturity looks like, how it impacts children, and why those patterns can linger into adulthood. And if this episode resonates with you, I invite you to like, share it, and subscribe so that more people can access tools for healing and growth. So, Lindsay Gibson, in her work in 2015, defines emotionally immature parents as not necessarily bad or cruel, but she notes that they lack the emotional attunement, empathy, and regulation skills that children need. So these parents are often preoccupied with their self, emotion driven, reactive, or explosive, low in empathy, emotionally unavailable, poor at boundaries, often getting enmeshed with their children, like overstepping, too involved in their children's lives, or maybe dismissing their children's needs altogether. So, Lindsay Gibson found that there are four types of emotionally immature parents. Number one is emotional parents. These parents show up as being overwhelmed, unpredictable, anxious, and unstable. The second type is driven parents, and they are perfectionistic, achievement focused, and demanding. Passive parents come across as neglectful, disengaged, and avoidant. And parents who are called the rejecting type of parents are dismissive, critical, and hostile. So, children of emotionally immature parents often develop survival strategies. So, they might do a bit of a role reversal or parentification where they take care of the parent's emotions, or they tend to people please and fawn, suppress their needs to keep the peace. Or sometimes children become hypervigilant. They scan the environment for emotional cues, they try to avoid conflict. Sometimes we stay small and quiet. And sometimes children experience a lot of chronic guilt and shame, feeling responsible for other people's moods. Now, attachment theory shows that consistent emotional misattunement disrupts secure attachment and can often lead to anxious or avoidant relational styles of attachment in adulthood. Now, we know that as adults, children of emotionally immature parents may struggle to identify or trust their own feelings. They might attract relationships with emotionally unavailable partners. They might overfunction in relationships and workplaces, such as being a caretaker of other people or fixing things or people pleasing. They might fear setting boundaries. They might fear rejection. They might fear abandonment. They might carry a deep sense of loneliness, even in their families. So, when we look at family dynamics, our nervous system often reverts to old wiring. So, even if you are a confident, capable adult in many other areas of your life, when you get around emotionally immature parents, you may feel small, guilty, or silenced. And I kind of adapted a quote from Lindsay Gibson. Basically, what she says is the child in you still longs for the parent who never really came or showed up. Now, we need to make sure we understand some of the terminology. So, immature does not mean evil or unloving, it means limited in their skills or capacity. You cannot make your parent more emotionally mature, and healing requires both grieving what you didn't get and nurturing yourself now. Gibson emphasizes that emotionally immature parents often cannot meet their children's deeper needs, but recognizing this as an older child or an adult is the first step towards freedom from guilt and self blame. So, if this relationship with your parents feels familiar to you, there's nothing wrong with you. You adapted to an environment that couldn't meet your needs. Understanding emotionally immature parents helps us relieve ourselves from blame, and it allows us to begin the work of reparenting ourselves. So join me on Thrive Thursday, where I'll share strategies for setting boundaries, grieving unmet needs, and building a new foundation of emotional safety in your adult life. And if this message spoke to you, please remember to like it, share it, and subscribe so we can continue this work of healing together. I will see you on Thursday.